I have a something I want to say. I was gonna type it out, but I don't know. I don't know if my family, reads what I write, or my videos have watched them. But I want to make it clear to my kids. Um, your mom, me, your mother, me, would have never have left y'all or abandoned y'all like I did. Uh, you kids were my life, and I love you so much now. I love you. I've loved you the whole time. I've loved you. I love you now as much as I did when y'all were first born. And I kind of think that I know Devin has a child, and Danielle has children, my grandchildren. So being a parent, hang on. So being a parent, they're well aware of the love that you have for your child. And I realize Dylan was the youngest, and he was about 10, only 10 years old when my life changed. And so I realize they're young, okay? So therefore, their perception may not be developed properly all the way. You know what I'm saying? But my kids were my life, and I just want to point out to the fact that my family must realize, my mom and my sister, sir, my family ought to know how much I love my kids, and I would have never have left them. Uh, I, I was not, what happened to me was out of my hands, like spiritual, I keep trying to tell you. But I would have never left my kids. I love my kids with everything and all my being. And your mom was not thinking straight. It was not because of a mental illness. I want you to believe that, please. It was because of energy, spiritual thing. Everything I've ever said about what sounds like it doesn't sound true. It sounds, how in the world could something like that happen? It, honest to God, did. And I know my kids experienced pain when all this happened, and I feel bad for that. Every tear my kids have cried when I was gone, I cried too. Oh my God. It was terrible for me in the UK, and I suffered a lot. And I have suffered since I've come back. There's things that have went on that it sounds too outlandish to be true, but it's true. I haven't even talked about all the things. See, if you can only imagine the things that I've said already, and they're hard to believe, I've had incidences all the time, but my main point was to make my children were young when this happened, and they were my life, and they are my heart and soul and love, and I love my kids so much. I loved them then, and I love them now, but I don't want them to ever think that mom was thinking straight when in the past when I was gone all those years. I would have never done it if I was thinking straight. But your mom wasn't thinking straight because of what happened to me. That heart swirl sexual love, that spiritual, that came out of thin air. It is all true. I was not hallucinating. I was not on drugs. I was normal person 1 minute. And then that happened, and then your life changed just as much as mine did. Okay? So I just wanted just to stress that fact. I love my kids, and I always have, and always will. And I apologize. I apologize for hurting you, but you have to know I didn't. It wasn't. It wasn't anything that that I would have done otherwise, unless something traumatic happened. I I just love my kids so much, and I feel bad that they had to experience things in their life without their mom there, birthdays, holidays. I have a lot of pain, and I've worked out my pain, but it does get me emotional because my kids were my life. And I don't want them to ever believe that your mom was thinking straight after March of 2001. And I realize y'all were young, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry I hurt you. And I don't know. I love y'all.